Hi breeders, it is March 21st. I'm just going to give you guys a little bit of a update and a walk around the loft here. This is the first group of birds. There's 41 of them that are out and flying. The settling cage is still up there, but I only do that during the day just so that they can still come out and get some good sun on the top as well. And obviously they've got wire aviaries on the bottom, and there's their trap that they use, and then we'll move along here. This is the second group of 14 birds that have just been put in the settling cage 2 days ago. They'll be out here for a week coming out, and then I close one of the doors and the birds have to come through the traps. I take out one or two of the little bobs so that it's real easy, and then I add the bobs back in, and the birds learn to trap very, very well. And then here's the front of the loft. We've got a 50-foot landing board. There's 5 trapping sections and 2 exterior doors that the birds can get out from. And then also up front on the wire aviaries, I'll just walk up here and show you. On the aluminum aviaries there's a door that you can open and get into the loft too from that way if need be. Let's just walk inside here and we'll take a little informative tour of the inside from the office and move back from there and show you a couple other things. There's just a little weather vane that I have. Works somewhat on windy days, but I'm going to just show you on the far distance at the end of the loft. I've got a small little weather station that gives me a reading inside the loft of the wind, the temperature, barometric pressure, rising, falling, and it actually does a pretty good job of predicting the weather. My wife gave it to me a couple of years ago, and there it is up there. This is the nerve center of the Southern Belle race. We've got 2 unicorn clocks. One is a backup on the left just in case one goes down, and obviously it gets read from there and then uploaded onto the internet. We've got a wireless connection running to the house and a good signal, so it works really, really nicely. There's just some orange bands in addition to each bird getting an electronic band. I give them an orange band so that if I take a quick scan in the loft at night, I can see if there's a foreign pigeon in there that doesn't have that orange band on, and I know that it's not part of the one loft race. It's a picture of my peregrine falcon I used to hunt. Hopefully we won't see any of these around. I'm still a falconer and still fly with hawks and things. Let me just show you the feeds. We're going to use this natural vitamin mineral. That's a really good product. The birds have got that every day. They've got little pick stones, and then down below here I've got some flax seed that once we start racing I'll give to the birds. Just add a little bit to the feed, and then I also use a nice grit that the birds have as well in addition to the pick stones. It has a bunch of small seed and some different things in it. And then also as we get into the fall, I've got a little bit of very small amount of canola seed that I will add to the feed for the birds, also give them a little bit more speed. The feed that we're going to be using, I just keep them in these. They actually work out really well. I got them from convenience stores and they were throwaways because they leak. So I just made lids. I just put enough food, basically 1 bag of food at a time. It can take about 150 pounds, so 3 bags can fit in here. We're using Baden feed out of Canada. Their Carolina Racing Mix. It's an excellent feed. It's got nice small red corn in there, a bunch of small little seeds, and especially for the warm climate down in Florida, it's just the ticket for the birds. So that's going to work out, and all the birds are on that right now and are doing great. Let's take a walk through the loft. This is the very latest birds that came in. They arrived this week. There's about 18 of them. There's a few more birds coming. This is the quarantine section. The birds will be in here for a week before they moved on to the section, 2 sections down, where they get to go onto the wire aviaries on the top. Now they can look out from here. The birds can look out each day, and they get a nice bit of sun in the afternoons and early morning as well, the way the loft's facing. So it works out great from that point of view. And then they've got food in front of them 24 hours a day. And the water is still on the floor here. Normally I put it up there just for them the birds to make sure that they can get a drink and know where the drinks are. This is just a storage section for right now until more birds arrive. And this is the first section where the birds come into. Like I was just saying, they've been out 2 days now onto the wire aviaries, and they also have got food in front of them pretty much most of the time until the evening, and then I take the food away and bring it back out early in the morning. One of the traps, you can see I've taken the bobs out for the birds, and then what I do is I just add another bob until we've got a full section and the birds are trapping in. I'll get them out onto the landing board in the evenings. I'll close up that door, I'll let them sit out there for about an hour, and then I open the little trap I've got a cover, and the birds have to come in through that way, and they learn it so quickly. Already last night I had all of them come through real quick, so trapping very, very nicely. This section's an empty section, but I actually use it for those birds that are flying there. If there's some late stragglers that haven't come in yet, I'll let them come through this section here, and then they come in, and then we move them over. But this is the 41 birds that have been settled and that are flying to the loft here. They're starting to, there's quite a few of them molting. A lot of small body feathers have been molted out already, and there's none on the floor right now. I've already got them up and cleaned the loft for the day, but I'm sure they'll be here by tomorrow. But all of your birds look great and healthy. Everybody's in good shape, so everything's going great. Alright breeders, that's just an update for now, and I will post another video again next week of probably of the birds out flying, and they just, you know, mostly just going up and down from the landing board and so on. That's it, and have a great weekend.